fictional cases involving fictional satirical characters. All decisions are final. All rise for the Honorable Majesties, the King and Queen of Clubs.
Court is now in session.
Are both sides ready?
The prosecution is ready. I'm not just ready, I'm ready, Freddy. Wait a minute, you're not the defendant. Where's Mr. Slackoff? Oh, he didn't show up today, so I'm filling him in as his defense attorney. Objection! That is not how trials work. The defendant must be present at all times during this case. It's okay, I'm an executive. We basically have the same money and power in all this.
I guess that makes sense.
Objection overruled.
What? But, the Queen of Hearts court was more fair than this.
Prosecutor, please begin your opening statement.
Your Majesty, Your Honors, we are gathering in this courtroom that Mr. Slackoff and even his defense attorney, Larry Lackenstuff, has become a disgrace to the animation industry at Warner Brothers, deleting more than 2/3 of Cartoon Network's most popular shows on Max, closing down Cartoon Network Studio itself, deleting many highly rated and beloved originals like Infinity Train, Summer Camp Island, Close Enough, and lots more. And when something like Coyote vs. Acme was completed and gets some private screenings, they refused to release it worldwide for the sake of saving money. Put them all together, and they all did nothing but to make WB lose even more money. Oh, come on, that's not true. Warner Bros. Discovery is still in great shape. Remember the Doom movies, Barbie and Wonka? My best friend Charles did all the work. I am not your friend. Objection! The popularity of these live actions are irrelevant to this case. We're discussing the mismanagement in the animation department. We want these cartoons and animators to feel appreciated and embrace their creativity. The prosecution would like to present this new anime movie as evidence.
Huh?
What is this?
Exactly. Ever since the start of the 2020 decade, Warner Bros. Fell hard ever since they merged with Discovery. While they had some major wins in some of their popular movies like Barbie, Wonka, Beetlejuice, The Batman, the Doom movies, and more, the way that they manage their own animation department, it's a completely different story. From useless tax write-offs to canceling numerous of animated movies, to doing absolutely nothing to their 100th anniversary. Admit it, you totally forgot they had one the minute we went to celebrate Disney's version. But lately, the worst crime Warner Bros. Discovery has committed is neglecting the Looney Tunes from the Warner Bros. Family. It was like the company took advice from the Space Jam Legacy villain who wanted to delete them forever. It happened to Coyote vs. Acme when it was finished but got cut from the public. It happened to all the classic Looney Tunes where they're no longer available on Max. And then it happened to the one anime movie that everyone on the internet has been anticipating, the day the Earth blew up, a Looney Tunes movie. Originally, it was going to be a streaming movie on HBO Max, but then Warner Bros. Discovery came in and decided to shop it to other streaming services. It wouldn't be until an independent distributor called Ketchup Entertainment secured the rights to the new Looney Tunes movie and released it to film festivals in other countries of the world. Despite the positive word of mouth year prior, Warner Bros. Discovery did absolutely nothing to help promote or support the hand-drawn movie once it was finally available for everyone to see. With your permissions, Your Honors, I would like to take the stand and explain why this movie is important to both Looney Tunes and animation, period. Objection! The prosecutor can't testify himself. He is clearly biased. I won't lie about my feelings toward this movie. Besides, many people in this courtroom have seen it too, but I don't think they can stand the defense attorney's incompetence and immaturity. Oh, I know! After the live-action Dragon movie becomes a hit, we'll make a live-action Shrek remake after the 5th movie.
Very well then. Objection overruled.
Prosecutor, you may now take the stand.
Thank you, Your Honors. The film's about Porky Pig and Daffy Duck trying to earn some money so they can pay for the roof repair and pass the house inspection. They get a job at the Goody Gum Factory, but Daffy knows something is up with the gum. Whenever someone chews it, they become a mindless zombie. So it's up to Daffy, Porky, and another pig named Petunia to stop the invaders' gummy scheme and save the world.
Order! Order! There's no need for loud noises in here.
Oh, right. Maybe I should get to the animation before we get carried away. This is actually the first fully animated Looney Tunes movie to ever be released in theaters. Not a live-action hybrid or one of those compilation films. This is an original animated Looney Tunes movie. It's meant to capture the style of the recent Looney Tunes cartoons on the streaming platform, reminiscing to the classic shorts by Bob Clampett, Arthur Davis, and Tex Avery. And the result is fascinating. Starting off with the character designs, the animators fully embrace the spirit of the Looney Tunes cartoons by sticking with the classic Clampett looks on some of the familiar characters, while the others have a caricature model. The only character design that's different from the rest is Farmer Jim, where he's mostly a stiff-looking portrait even when he starts to move around a bit, and that's why he has the funniest animation in the movie. For the rest of the cartoony animation, it does not hold back from all the wackiness the characters express or present themselves. These include explosions, hammer slamming, shocking appearances, breaking the fourth wall, or any kinds of physical comedy. That, and there can be times where the movie does get freaky whenever the gum aliens take over a person's body. While the backgrounds don't send us to strange new worlds, it's well made with some bright visuals no matter where Porky and Daffy go, and the lighting and shading helps with the looks and visuals. The one location that stands out the most is the Goody Gum Factory for its cheery atmosphere and this one sequence when Porky and Daffy work the assembly line. The only times where 3D animation was ever used were on some of the small shots on either the asteroid or the invader's UFO. The only issue I would have with the animation, while it is still nice, it can still have that TV quality feeling where you almost confused it for an extended Looney Tunes short. During the making of the movie, director Pete Browngrett wanted to make a Looney Tunes movie that captured the feel of a sci-fi B-movie from the 1950s. In fact, the Looney Tunes have a long history of making some science fiction cartoons like The Dodgers or Hairway to the Stars. And to its credit, the film contains a wide variety of science fiction like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, The Thing, The Day the Earth Stood Still, Invasion of the Saucer Men, and more. Even if you haven't seen any of them, it still pays tribute to those movies in a satirical manner. But when you look over to the Looney Tunes aspect, it did the one thing that Space Jam: A New Legacy did not do in the first place, embracing the looniest from beginning to end. The wacky nature presents many kinds of unpredictability that you have no idea when's the next joke's going to land, or how will the characters get out of the sticky situation. In addition, there are some nice Easter eggs that many Looney Tunes fans will definitely catch, like some cartoon references, characters, or the animators who previously worked on these famous shorts. The writers and animators definitely done their homework, which helps the movie capture the spirit of the Looney Tunes. What's even ironic for a movie that wants to spread its looniness, it ended up becoming the heart of the film for Porky and Daffy. They've been best friends since their childhood, and the only way they can survive the alien takeover and preserve their home is by sticking together. Although one is smart and serious and the other is insane, they can't solve every problem as a solo tune.
Objection! You said earlier during your animation topic it can still feel like TV quality, so it should stay on TV or Max. The story doesn't matter. Objection! If I had a nickel for every time I heard that one. The film's plot has a different feel when compared to the art style. It has a more cinematic feel based on the grand scale adventure and the Looney Tunes tribute. Combining the story and animation together makes the quality and filmmaking even stronger. And this happened before to other movies based on a cartoon like the first SpongeBob movie and South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. And guess what? Everybody loved them! Which brings me to the final topic of this discussion, the Looney Tunes themselves and why they're important members of the Warner Brothers family.
You think when you hear a Looney Tunes movie, you expect a complete collection of our favorite Looney Tunes characters throughout the years. Unfortunately, there are only 3 tunes brought into the big screen. But in a rather bizarre way, they somehow managed to make all 3 and the other new characters work. Let's start out with the popular duo from the early era, Porky and Daffy. They've been best friends for as long as they can remember, and they want to take care of their home that Farmer Jim left them as promised. As for their relationship, they pretty much behave the exact opposite towards the other. Porky is smart and serious that wants to make sure things go as planned, while Daffy is, well, Daffy, who just wants to go nuts and does whatever's anything he can think of. Yet they both care for each other and will always be together, even through the toughest times. The other Looney Tunes character that stars in this is Petunia. Now in the old cartoons, she only served as the love interest to Porky. In the recent cartoons, she would be given her own series of shorts as this blindly optimistic pig. In the movie, however, she's still the love interest to Porky, but has a different cartoony personality. She's a scientist at the gum factory that's trying to find the best flavor to make her gum feel explosive. Even if others find her idea to be a lost cause, Her enthusiastic determination and crazy inventions is what makes her a Looney Tune like Porky and Daffy. For the other characters, they do have their moments to shine and present some funny jokes in the movie, like the scientist was the first person to uncover the alien life form and become the invader's minion. And Father Jim is the father figure that Porky and Daffy look up to. Finally, there is the alien invader, the one responsible for infecting the gun factory so he can control people's minds. As funny as he is, I don't consider him as one of the most memorable Looney Tunes antagonists. I would explain what's his motive on invading the Earth, but I can't say it because there's actually a major spoiler about this guy. And I think I found my answer why Marvin wasn't typecast for this movie.
Hold it! So what's your point? You said everything is in tip-top shape. You almost like everything about this movie. Why is everybody even suing us? I specifically state you almost deleted this movie, but still didn't give any sort of marketing to promote it. Well, that's because we were too busy with our Dune sequel and Superman. Hold it! Didn't some of those movies cost more than $100 million in budget? Yeah, I'm not following. You spent like $15 million on this Looney Tunes movie and only received less than $5 million on its first opening weekend. It almost feels like you don't want this movie to win on purpose. And based on the sound snaps on Max and what you did to classic Looney Tunes shorts on that streaming service, it almost feels like you don't want the Looney Tunes to be in the Warner Brothers family anymore. Disgraceful.
Can't believe it.
This
The
is
nerve of this
despicable.
guy.
He'd do such a thing.
I can't believe it. There's cruelty, death, and then there's this.
The defense has no shield of any kind to back them up for this. Mr. Lykenstuff, for the crimes that you and Mr. Slackoff have committed,
Like treating animation and the Looney Tunes family like broken toys, zero marketing on helping hand-drawn animated movies,
employing to have your own creation flop on purpose for the sake of even more 2D versus 3D wars,
the court finds the defendant and his defense attorney guilty as charged.
we sentenced both of them to 7 screenings of the live-action Snow White remake.
And they're paying for all of them.
Off with their plaques! You don't understand. I'm a billionaire executive. That means it's okay for me to do everything that I want.
Before we dismiss the trial for today, has the prosecution reached a verdict for this Looney Tunes movie?
Yes, I do. I rule in favor of the Looney Tunes.
The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie, is definitely the best Looney Tunes movie ever created. With great comedy, a heartfelt story, memorable and funny characters, and some extraordinary hand-drawn animation. This is a must-watch for huge Looney Tunes fans and 2D animation lovers. If you really want to see this type of animation back on the big screen, all you have to do is just get to the available screening as soon as possible before time runs out. That's all this movie needs. I've been thinking about this for a while on what grade I should give toward this movie, but after careful consideration, I think Porky and Daffy passed their own inspection. I give the new Looney Tunes movie an A-, which means this funny cartoon gets the Diploma of Destiny.
Very well then. In light of recent events, Warner Bros. Will make negotiations with Ketchup Entertainment to secure the rights to Coyote vs. Acme.
Case dismissed.
Wait, did you really mean about that last part?
That is correct.
Excuse me for 1 minute. Ain't I a stinker?
Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, check out these other videos, or feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more upcoming reviews and other projects. I'll see you soon.